What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt Wrestling Recap. Just about 2 weeks away from Clash in Paris, Raw delivered a jam-packed show, kicking off with Seth Rollins with his faction Division, just explaining their dominance, interrupted by Jey Uso. Paul Heyman saying since they're in the house that ECW built just down the road, that him and Braun Breaker should have a main event match, Extreme Rules tonight, and we had to know that was going to end in chaos, and it certainly did. What did you think about the show, Matthew?
There was a meme I saw on X of show opens up with Rollins theme, and then they just switched right to cable TV.
Uh,
And it was the funniest thing. I hate to say it's just this is how they've been opening up the show, and this is how they've been closing the show as of late. More so closing the show, and that's exactly what they did this week. But I'll tell you, it was a good main event. What do we have here? I think this is more of like a continuation of that descent with Asuka and Io and Kyrie as Io takes on Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne at ringside. I think Raquel, like this past week, I don't know if you watched Triple Mania, but she showed out and
absolutely.
people were talking about it. This is a good match. Io Sky defeats Rodriguez here. Rhea Ripley makes a save as there's a post match beat down onto Roxanne Perez. And, well, I guess we're going to have Rhea Ripley come to the aid of Io Sky, who didn't want any help tonight.
At least not from the Kabuki Warriors, man.
Correct.
That was certainly interesting.
Definitely interesting. And we got a backstage segment with them, and that descent is slowly creeping with Asuka, possibly turning heel or breaking up Kabuki Warriors. So we'll see.
Yeah, it certainly
Interesting stuff.
looks like they're setting up a match with her and Io down the
Yeah.
road. What was great next is the matches just kept flowing hot and heavy tonight. They really did. We had Xavier Woods take on Penta next in a great back and forth match. Penta just delivers, man. Xavier Woods, with his help from, I guess they're calling him Big G now, and Kofi Kingston, not enough with Penta picking up the win. I don't know what they're doing with Grayson Waller. Is he officially a member of the New Day now? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I don't know. I don't know when they're going to include Austin Theory in this. I
Uh,
hope they do sooner than later because I don't understand any of this Grayson Waller into the New Day stuff.
Neither
But
do I.
Waller taking an L tonight on Raw. Penta with the Mexican Destroyer. Gets me every time. I love those. Tag team action, Mr. Iguana and Dragon Lee take on Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and the big head JD McDonough. I like this crossover.
I
Like with
really do.
AAA this past weekend. And now we got Mr. Iguana on Raw. Same as Hijo de Del Vikingo. Judgment Day defeats Iguana and Dragon Lee, and that's where Vikingo comes out, kind of laying out the Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dom, who's ringside. And that's what we're going to get, Dirty Dom and Vikingo. I think at Worlds Collide in September. I do like these crossovers,
You and me
for
both,
sure.
man. WWE is quietly acquiring other companies, not so acquiring them, but working
Yeah,
with
it's
them
history repeats itself.
with TNA and now AAA, man. And this past weekend, Triple Mania was absolutely fantastic. If you haven't watched it, it's on WWE's YouTube channel. Give it a watch. Certainly
Worth
worth
it.
your time.
And you know what, Lucha Libre, it's completely different. Not completely different, but the way the shows are in Mexico, it's a little bit different than WWE. The style is a little bit different, and I mean, you would catch that if you're a wrestling fan. And honestly, I really enjoyed it.
Me too,
But I'm happy
man.
with this. I'm stoked the way they're going with that. What are they doing with our girl Natalia? She did good on AAA. I think she was over fairly well. Her new style or persona that she kind of showed us this past weekend. She takes on Becky Lynch. It's that different persona. It's the natty persona. It's the one that comes out with Maxine. And I'm like, if she's so over with the crowd at AAA this past weekend, have her come out the way she did then. But they kind of went back to that natty gimmick with
Yeah,
Akira
she looked
Tozawa
good.
and Maxine. I feel like she could have gotten away with it, but maybe not enough people watching. They just didn't want to go that route.
Yeah. She
But
looks like a total badass with that new gimmick, man. I say run with it
I do
on
too.
WWE programming. You know what? And then we had some great news for Naomi. We had some concern at first saying that she was unable to compete, but we learned earlier in the week, and she actually made it official that her and Big Jim are officially having a baby.
Mm.
Congratulations to the both of them. This meaning that she has to drop her title, unfortunately, right at the peak of where she was over, man. The crowd gave her her flowers, man, and she said she's gonna be back better than ever, and they better be
Well,
thanking Big Jim because without him, she'd be running this thing all the way to WrestleMania, was what she said.
well, with Adam Pearce in the ring, she refuses to hand over the title. She tells Adam Pearce that, and I quote, "I ain't giving you shit." The crowd absolutely popped for it. But when she comes back, she's taken her rightful spot at the top. So I really am curious what they're going to do. Are they going to give some type of elimination match? Not sure. Tournament? Who are they going to throw it on?
Yeah, and what does this mean for Stephanie without her? She was supposed to have a match at Clash in
Yep.
Paris against Naomi, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's talk about something that we're getting a better glimpse of. Bailey had another vignette, man, and she's just going off the rails, man. She's got like two voices in her head, the good side of Bailey, the bad side of Bailey. This thing is going to come to a head, and I'm here for it. I'm very excited to see what happens with this.
It's kind of like that Woken gimmick with the Hardys.
Yes.
It's cool. Different side of Bailey here. They're giving us something. And honestly, I'll take it. And Raw was just about over just like that with our main event up next. I'll tell you, I think this show started slow, but it did pick itself back up. Braun Breaker Jey Uso Extreme Rules match. The match was all over the ring. They had an absurd amount of chairs. And sure, they were used. Not one table was used until basically the end of the show. But I guess that's what we get for Extreme Rules in WWE nowadays. Oh, man. Well, it was a good match, dude. I'll tell you that. The way it ended, we can't forget about LA Knight earlier on, altercation with CM Punk. CM Punk, who is somewhat on the side of Jey Uso here, as Jey Uso is just beat down by the shenanigans of the Vision. It's an Extreme Rules match. Refs pulled out of the ring. They can do whatever they want. LA Knight comes to make the save here with Jey Uso. That's not enough. CM Punk comes out. That's almost not enough. Roman Reigns with a huge pop this week, man.
Oh, yeah.
You called it, though. I'll tell you, I didn't know of Roman Reigns being on Raw this week. I just haven't caught that much up online, but I think it was the right time. And what are they going to do? Roman, Punk, and Jey versus the Vision at Clash?
Nope.
Or nope, they're doing Roman and
Bronson
Bronson at Clash,
Reed.
but I think we're going to get some type of six-man tag match in the near future. But for now, they're going singles. Roman and Bronson, I don't know, man. We'll see.
I get why they did it because they want to save Braun Breaker and Roman, and certainly Seth and Roman. Seth and
Correct.
Roman probably going to happen at WrestleMania, but an absolutely phenomenal show. Like you said, started off a little bit slow, but picked up towards the end. It was extreme at the end. I had to put that cheesy one in there. But let us know what you guys thought about the show. Always like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out. This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.